Trust your instincts. Now, I know that might sound like a radical, heretical thing to do, especially in this day and age of scientism, where you're told that the only truth is through science, that we cannot trust ourselves and continue on our lives without it being scientifically validated. Well, but here's the thing, science is wonderful, it is amazing, but you have two ways of knowing, right? There is through the mind, the intellect, the reason, logical thinking. Absolutely, this is incredible. This is a faculty that we all have. But the challenge comes is when we ignore this other way of knowing, the other way of being. The real challenge comes when science becomes so hard to discern, where experts will scream at each other saying that their science is right. What do? You listen to that other part of your being, a deeper knowing. I was recently listening to an interview with Christiane Northrup, author of Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom, and she made a profound statement. She talked about the maternal instinct. And she says, it is the maternal instinct, no doubt, that has kept society, humanity alive through the millennia. Those of you, especially women, especially mothers, you know that. If you are human, you know that. You know that inside of you, deep inside of you, that you do have another way of knowing. It is your gut instinct. It is following your heart. Science may not be able to prove it, validate it, although there's lots to suggest that it is and it can, but it is a different way of knowing. It is the gift of being human, to have those both faculties of knowing. How to come to knowledge, how to come to wisdom is a combination of those two faculties. Use them, develop them. You've been raised in a culture, a society that has praised one and devalued the other. This has gone on for a long, long time. But it is still there. It is inherent in you, that soft whisper, sometimes a loud roar, telling you what is right, what is wrong. You know what is best for you, for your children. And develop that just as much as you develop your logical thinking, your ability, capacity to reason, to understand, to sort through the science, your intellect. Both are truly valuable. Both are going to help you move through this time. And I would say that when the noise of the intellect, the scientific battles just get too overwhelming, come back to what your heart says is true, and then continue to explore, sort through the information that aligns with that truth. It is a tough time right now to be alive, to emerge out of this culture, society that's been traveling down the path that it has been in this one direction, to stand up in your truth, in your humanity, to rediscover who you are, and to fully gather, collect, and utilize all your faculties. Come back to your senses, in particular that sixth sense, that inner knowing. This is the way. You know the way.